Lulu here is an extrovert, and I am an introvert. Anyway, we actually, since we figured out that we're basically opposite ends of the social scale, we have decided, well, what kind of questions do we want to ask the other person? Are you ready, my dear?
I am ready to roll.
Okay. Question. I've read that extroverts feed when they are by themselves. Have you experienced this or something similar?
I think an extrovert, like myself, when I'm by myself, I kind of retreat into myself, so then I don't know, I need to be busy. I'm like a buzzing bee that can't stop. Like if I stop, then I get really frustrated, and so I would say that's kind of true, because an extrovert is somebody who's always busy, always doing stuff, always out with people. And
Second questions. Do you need to be around people constantly?
If I was with my friends 24/7, if I lived with a friend, I would hate them. And I do like my personal space, and I do like to be left alone, but at the same time, if I go more than 2 days without social interaction of any kind, actually if I go a full day without texting someone or Facebooking someone or talking to someone, no, can't deal with it, because it's just, maybe I'm just not used to it, but I also just feel quite lonely, quite bored, etc, etc.
I think you just answered that question as well, to be honest, which was, if you could, would you be out and about people every day and night?
Yes, because it'd be fun, but no, because I need my personal space. So I don't know how to answer that. That's kind of like
yes and no is an answer. So.
Okay, yes and no, that's my answer.
Okay, then how long do you think you could cope without company?
Had to, like, if you held a gun to my head kind of cope. I could probably go 2 weeks before I crack. I think if I, by choice...
And a normal by choice?
Normal by choice, 3 days.
Should
I drum roll?
No, you don't have to.
Oh, I'm gonna anyway.
Okay. I already know the answer to this question, but I thought it'd be really meaningful anyway.
Okay.
Doesn't being an extrovert mean that you're more confident?
Not necessarily. My confidence as an extrovert is false, because you are confident and happy and bubbly with your friends, and that's fine, but as soon as your friends go away, or as soon as the people that support you go away, you don't have anything, foundation-wise, you don't have anything to build upon, and then you're left with yourself. So confidence is something that comes from within, and if you don't have it in yourself, being an extrovert or an introvert doesn't change that. Confidence is personal, and it's something that has to come from you regardless of where you are in life.
So that's the questions for me of an introvert. So,
what is your worst nightmare as an introvert?
Worst nightmare as an introvert? I don't really have one introvert related. I think if my worst nightmare is if I had to be on the phone all the time, but that's more death related than anything. If it's introvert related, it had to hang out in like a pub or a restaurant or anywhere with loads and loads of people for a really long time, like for an entire day or even longer than that. I don't even want to think about it.
Do you think your deafness or partial deafness affects or has caused you to be an introvert?
That's actually a really, really good question.
Totally thought this up on the spot.
That is a really good question. I think it has an influence, for definite, like the whole nightclub thing and everything that I was just mentioning. My deafness has a huge part in that I can't handle it for longer than so many hours because my brain will kind of start to fry. Even being anywhere with music in the background can sometimes be quite a bit of a struggle for me. It does make it worse rather than have caused it. I was always really weird socially. Anyway, I was always slightly socially awkward, so I highly doubt that any deafness actually caused it, but I think it definitely makes it worse in most instances. Okay.
How do you cope without social interaction for a long time, and don't you often feel lonely?
I could easily deal a week without social interaction, that's easy.
Then a long time for you then.
For a long
Yeah.
time for me would probably be getting the 2-week mark. Probably going on to 3 weeks.
Okay.
I'd probably be like texting someone saying, how's it going?
Is that enough for you?
But yeah, if I like message someone on Facebook or text them or any other sort of social media interaction like that, I can easily deal without going face-to-face social interaction for like a month.
Doesn't staying at home more than going out feel boring?
It'll probably get boring after a while once I've done everything I can in the house. I mean, you can do a lot without getting bored in the house because you can clean, and then I have a crap load of games at home, so I could always try and play every single one of them in a row. And actually, it is very likely that if you stick on all the Legend of Zelda series in a row on either my laptop or my TV, I will play them throughout the night and not even move to get food.
That's impressive.
Thank you. And if you're not interacting with anyone, just play some Legend of Zelda because there's some good quality hours involved in there, and especially Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time N64, that was the best one. Thank you very much. And also TV, because TV rocks.
Do you find it hard to relax in social situations?
Depends what social situation. I was in a social situation with friends, like right now.
Yes.
I'm quite relaxed. Like, I'm happy with it because you guys know about me, and I know about you guys, so I can relax in that way and I can kind of be myself. But if I was in a social situation where I only knew like one person or 2 people, and then everyone else I knew is just like absolute random strangers who are talking over each other, and I'm just like, shut up because I want to go home! Handle a room full of strangers more than maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, it'd be really difficult, and I wouldn't be able to relax at all during that time because I don't want to be myself around strangers. But anyway, so you guys know the drill for the end of this video. Comment, share, subscribe. People,
Peace out.
peace out, peace out!